Welcome to the deep dive. Running a small business, it's just a nonstop hustle, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
You're the CEO, your marketing, your customer support, and then, oh yeah, you're supposed to be a social media whiz too.
Exactly. It feels like you're always playing catch up.
For sure. And the stats back it up. Sprout Social's index from 2023 found like over 57% of small businesses say lack of time is their biggest hurdle with social media.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's really tough building that professional online look when you're juggling, I don't know, a dozen other things.
Yeah.
Now, if you are looking for a way to maybe give your social profiles a bit of a lift, sharpen up your content, get more followers, you might want to check out rapidboost.net.
That feeling of social media just being one more chore. It's so common. We hear that all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, nowadays, having a solid online presence, it's not really optional, is it? It's how you connect, how you build your brand,
Yeah.
how you grow. But thinking about, creating all the content, scheduling it, looking at the numbers, it can feel like a lot when you're stretched thin,
Uh-huh.
which is exactly why today we're diving into 5 really fantastic free tools that can genuinely make social media management simpler.
And hopefully give you back some time.
Precisely. Reclaim some of that time.
So our mission today is basically to show you how these free tools can empower you, the small business owner, to handle your social media better, more efficiently.
Mhm.
Think of it as like a shortcut to doing social marketing well without it taking over your life. A way to punch above your digital weight, maybe?
I like that. Punch above your weight.
We want to help you, keep your sanity and boost your brand, all without spending money on software.
And we're not just going to list them off. We'll really get into what makes each one tick for a small business.
Right.
We'll look at the key features, the actual benefits, and, importantly, share some real stories of businesses using them successfully.
Real examples. Good. Ready to jump in?
Let's do it.
Okay, first up, Buffer. Now, Buffer is a social media management platform, and it's really designed to be simple, which is just what you need when you're busy.
Yeah, what's really smart about Buffer is how it brings all your social media stuff together in one place.
Centralizes it.
Exactly. It lets you schedule and publish your content across the main platforms, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram.
All from one dashboard.
Right. No more hopping between tabs or trying to figure out each platform's own scheduler.
That scattered feeling, gone.
Yeah.
And the free plan, it's actually pretty useful. You can link up to 3 social accounts.
Which is often plenty if you're focusing on your main channels.
Yeah, and you get 10 scheduled posts per profile. Now, okay, that's not like a month's worth of daily posts.
Yeah, not quite.
But it's enough to plan out your key stuff for the week, right? To stay consistent. How would a small business best use those 10 slots, you think?
That's a good question. It kind of forces you to be strategic about it.
Right.
Instead of just posting whenever, you actually think, okay, what are my main messages this week? Any promos? What valuable stuff can I share?
Mm-hmm.
You might focus those 10 posts on your busiest days or times. Make sure you've got something going out then.
So you batch it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Batching your content creation maybe once a week and scheduling it in Buffer means you're present online, even when you're busy with other things.
Makes sense.
And their calendar interface, it's just drag and drop. Super simple to see what's going out when, easy to rearrange.
And the mobile app.
Oh yeah, the mobile app is great for managing things on the go. If something pops up, you can adjust your schedule right there.
That's huge. Like Jenna from the Book Nook, remember her?
Yeah, the bookstore owner.
She used to spend ages logging into different platforms, posting about new books, events.
Mm-hmm.
Then she started using Buffer, just 1 hour on a Monday morning to plan and schedule everything. And boom, cut her social media time in half. Seriously, freed up hours she could then spend actually, finding great books and talking to customers.
That's the goal, right? Getting those hours back. It's a massive win.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit. Visuals. Super important on social media.
Absolutely critical. Which brings us to our second free tool, Canva Free.
Yes, Canva. It's all about making your social media look good, even if you're not a designer.
Especially on platforms like Instagram, obviously, but really everywhere now, good visuals grab attention.
You see those stats like tweets with images get way more retweets, and Instagram is all about the visuals.
It really is. But, most small businesses can't afford a graphic designer or don't have time to learn Photoshop.
So what do you do?
Canva Free is the answer for so many. It basically lets anyone create professional-looking graphics. The interface is drag and drop.
Super intuitive.
Yeah, if you can move files on your computer, you can use Canva.
And the templates. That's what I love. So many ready-made
Yeah,
templates.
definitely.
Need a Facebook cover, an Instagram story, a graphic for a tweet. They have templates already sized perfectly.
Takes all the guesswork out of Dimension.
Totally. You just pick one and customize it. It saves so much time and hassle.
It's not just templates. Canva Free gives you access to a huge library of free stock photos, icons, illustrations, tons of resources.
Right.
Plus, a really key feature for keeping things looking consistent, the brand kit. Even on the free plan,
Ah, yes, the brand kit.
you can save your brand's colors, upload your logo, so all your visuals
Right.
have that same look and feel.
Yeah.
Why is that consistency so important?
Well, it builds recognition, right, and trust.
Exactly.
When people see your colors, your logo again and again, they start to recognize your brand instantly in their feed. It stands out. Like, think about Bloom and Sip, that floral cafe example.
Oh, yeah, the cafe.
They use Canva Free to create these really vibrant, consistent graphics for Instagram, and their follower count went up by 400% in 3 months.
400%. That's amazing.
Right, just from having consistently beautiful on-brand visuals.
It just shows how accessible design tools can drive real growth. Okay, so moving on, visual planning. Super important for Instagram and now TikTok too.
Yes. Which brings us to tool number 3, Later.
Later is really designed with visual planning in mind, especially for Instagram first.
So if your business is very visual, maybe you sell beautiful products or you have a strong aesthetic.
Like fashion, food, design.
Exactly. Later can be a lifesaver because, let's face it, that Instagram grid, that first impression, it matters. A cohesive feed looks professional.
Definitely. And what Later does really well, especially on its free plan, is let you see your feed before you post.
The visual planner.
Right. It's a drag and drop calendar that looks just like your Instagram grid. You upload your photos, arrange them, see how they look together before they go live.
So you can curate it.
Exactly. You can plan a much more intentional, aesthetically pleasing profile. Why is seeing that preview so helpful, though?
Well, it stops you from posting things that clash, you know? You can make sure the colors work together, maybe create a pattern, tell a visual story across multiple posts. It removes the guesswork.
And they also offer auto-publish features on the free plan.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, you schedule your posts, and they go live automatically at the times you pick. Great for consistency and hitting those peak engagement times.
Without you having to be there pressing publish.
Exactly. Plus, to help more people find your content.
Hashtags.
Hashtag suggestions. Even on the free plan, they help you find relevant hashtags to boost your discoverability.
Nice. And does this visual planning actually work?
Well, look at Thread in Theory, that boutique fashion store.
Okay.
They used Later's free plan to really carefully plan their grid, make it look more cohesive, more high-end, and they saw a 30% jump in profile visits in just 2 months.
30%, just from planning the grid better.
Yeah. Shows that a bit of visual planning really pays off.
Okay, so we've covered scheduling, we've covered making things look good. But how do you know if any of this is actually working?
The million-dollar question. Which brings us to tool number 4, Google Analytics. Specifically, it's social reports.
Right, because just posting and hoping for likes isn't really a strategy, is it?
Not a sustainable one, no.
You need to know what's actually resonating, what's driving people to your website, maybe making a purchase.
Exactly. Moving beyond just those vanity metrics.
And Google Analytics, I know it can sound a bit scary.
It can seem intimidating at first.
But if you connect it to your website, and especially if you use UTM-tracked links from your social posts,
Yes, UTMs are key.
it gives you incredibly valuable insights. You can see which social media efforts are actually driving traffic and, crucially, results.
The acquisition reports are the place to start. They show you, plain and simple, which social networks are sending visitors to your website.
So you know where your traffic is coming from. Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That tells you immediately where your efforts are paying off in terms of driving potential customers. But what's even better than just traffic?
Well, seeing if they actually do something once they get there, right? Like sign up or buy something.
Precisely, conversions. And Google Analytics lets you track goals.
Okay.
So you can set up goals for things like newsletter signups, contact form submissions, purchases, and then see which social platforms or even which specific posts led to those actions.
So you can directly link social media activity to actual business results.
Yes, that's the power of it. You can also look at engagement metrics like time on site.
Ah, so how long people stick around.
Right. If people coming from, say, Pinterest spend way longer on your site than people from Twitter,
Yeah.
that suggests the Pinterest content really hit the mark.
Interesting.
And if looking at spreadsheets of data isn't your thing,
Definitely not mine.
Google has a free tool called Data Studio. You can link your analytics to it and create simple visual dashboards. Makes the key numbers much easier to grasp.
Pictures are easier than numbers sometimes.
Often, yes. Think about City Roasters, that coffee shop
Oh,
example.
yeah, the ones selling merch online.
They were active on Facebook and Pinterest, just assuming Facebook was the main driver.
Makes sense. It's huge.
But then they looked at Google Analytics. And guess what? Pinterest was sending way more traffic that actually bought their merchandise.
No way. Pinterest.
Yep. So they shifted their strategy, focused more on great product shots on Pinterest, and their online sales tripled.
Wow. That's huge. All from looking at the data.
It really shows why you need to look beyond assumptions and see what the data says.
Yeah.
Okay, tool number 5. This tackles a big one. Coming up with content ideas.
Oh, yeah, the blank page stare. We've all been there. What do I post today?
Exactly. That's where Answer the Public comes in. It's brilliant for figuring out what your audience actually cares about.
How does it do that?
It basically taps into search data. You type in a keyword related to your business.
It's like small business marketing or cupcakes.
Sure, or yoga poses, dog training, anything relevant. And Answer the Public shows you the actual questions people are typing into Google about that topic.
Real questions from real people.
Yes. It visualizes them, often in these cool circular diagrams, breaking them down by question words: who, what, why, when, how, plus comparisons, prepositions.
So you see all the different angles people are curious about.
Exactly. Those visual maps are amazing for brainstorming. To see the language your audience uses, the specific things they're trying to figure out.
And that helps you find content ideas.
Definitely. You can spot gaps, questions people are asking that you haven't answered yet. It gives you validated topics for social posts, blog articles, videos, website FAQs.
Content you know people are looking for.
Precisely. It takes the guesswork out of it. Like that Texas dental practice example.
Okay.
They put teeth whitening into Answer the Public.
Mm.
And they found a whole bunch of searches like, does charcoal toothpaste actually work?
Ah, a specific question.
Right. So they made a quick explainer video answering exactly that. They provided value, answered a real audience question, and positioned themselves as experts.
Smart. Using real questions to drive your content.
It's a fantastic way to stay relevant. So there we have it, 5 free tools.
Buffer, Canva free. Later, Google Analytics, and Answer the Public.
A powerful toolkit for small businesses.
And you see how they fit together. Buffer and Later for scheduling, keeping you consistent.
Canva for making everything look great, even on a budget.
Google Analytics to understand what's actually working, make smarter decisions.
Right. And Answer the Public for that constant stream of relevant content ideas.
It really tackles those main pain points we talked about: time, budget, knowing what to post, knowing if it works.
Exactly.
So if someone's listening and feeling, overwhelmed, what's the first step? Where do they start?
Good question. I'd say first, don't try to be everywhere. Pick maybe 2 or 3 social platforms where your customers actually hang out. Focus your energy there.
Okay, focus. Then what?
Then try to build a routine. Maybe block out, say, an hour every week. Use that hour to plan your posts, create the visuals in Canva, and schedule them using Buffer or Later.
Make it a habit, batching it.
Yes, batching is key. Then maybe every couple of weeks, peek at your Google Analytics. Just the basics. Where's traffic coming from? Are people clicking links?
Don't get lost in the data, just check the key things.
Right. And maybe once a month, spend like 30 minutes on Answer the Public, plug in some keywords, see what questions pop up, jot down some ideas.
Okay, so audit platforms, schedule a weekly batch session, check analytics regularly, brainstorm monthly. Seems doable.
It is. And track your progress. Keep an eye on simple things like follower growth, engagement rate. See what happens as you get consistent.
You might be surprised. Now, any pitfalls, things to watch out for?
Yeah, a couple. 1, don't try to master every single feature of these tools right away.
Or start simple.
Exactly. Start with the basics. Get comfortable. 2, consistency beats intensity. Posting a few good things regularly is way better than posting a ton one week and then nothing for 3 weeks.
Right. Avoid burnout.
And 3,
Yeah.
use the data. Don't just guess.
Yeah.
Let Google Analytics guide you. Be ready to tweak your strategy based on what's actually working.
Test and adapt. Makes sense.
Absolutely.
So bottom line is you really don't need a huge budget or a big team to make social media work for your small business.
Not at all. These free tools are amazing springboards.
Yeah, they can help you automate, create great stuff, make informed choices, basically build trust, drive sales, and maybe, just maybe, free you up to do more of what you actually love about your business.
That's the ultimate goal. Use these tools, experiment, and set your brand up for digital success.
Great advice. Thanks for breaking all that down.
My pleasure.